An unknown city, a new dream, and standing before you are Korea's 4 most handsome flower boys. On one side is our cute Japanese girl Hannah, who has come to Seoul with the dream of becoming a manager. But little did she know that she would be facing these 4 superstars: the star-do, the influencer, and the sweetheart. But the real twist comes when Hannah, caught between these 4 superstars, realizes that becoming a manager is no joke. A unique mix of friendship, jealousy, and secret crushes is at play here. Will Hannah be able to become their boss, or will they all steal Hannah's heart together? Stay with us to find out. The story begins in a renowned art high school in Korea. Let's go straight to Management Class 3A, where our second female lead, Shin, is sitting. Shin is the topper of the management department and gives a perfect studio wipe. On the same bench, 2 girls are chatting. I heard a Japanese girl is transferring here. At this time, the transferee must be the daughter of a gangster or a troublemaker. They start imagining things. Then, the class shows the teacher coming in with a girl who looks very cute and pretty. This is the same Japanese girl who transferred here today. Everyone sees her and says she's super cute. The Japanese girl begins her introduction. This is Hana Hiroshi, who studied Korean culture in Japan and has come to Seoul for further studies. Even when the girls speak Korean, Hana understands them well and answers their question, saying, "I love Korean dramas and K-pop." Everyone, including the teacher, starts clapping. The teacher asks Hana to sit with Shin, the class monitor. Hana smiles and sits next to Shin. The teacher asks Shin to show Hana around the school. Shino gives her the go-ahead. The teacher says goodbye to everyone and leaves. Hana starts talking to Shin. The other girls, seeing this, say that this agent girl is really talking. When school is over, Shin is shown coming out of the library. A boy waits for her, and when she comes out, he takes her bag and says, "You don't need to carry such a heavy burden when I'm here." This is Ryan, Shin's boyfriend. The next day, when Shin comes out of the library, he doesn't find Run there. He sees Run with Hana. They are enjoying snacks. Shin calls Run, but she doesn't answer. While leaving, Shin sees Run with Hana and, enraged, tells Hana, "This boy is mine. You can't touch my things." She takes Run with her, saying, "You said you don't have a girlfriend besides me." Run says, "This isn't my girlfriend. She's my cousin from Japan. She wanted to meet you, so I brought her with me. She likes you so much because I always talk to her about you." After Ryan's explanation, Shin says hi to Hannah. Hannah smiles back. The next day, Shin shows Hannah around his school. Shin explains that there are 3 departments: directing, acting, and management. Let's start with the directing department, saying, "These guys are top directors. They win awards even with a single angle." Now, it's the acting department. Their aura is so strong that they steal everyone's attention without even doing anything. Now let's move on to the department that handles all of this, the management department, which works backstage and is the one that keeps the acting and directing departments running. Hannah is overjoyed by everything. Shin shows her around the rest of the school. Then Hannah stops when she sees a movie poster and says, "The child actor is amazing. He's gained a lot of fame from this movie. I've seen this movie more than 10 times and keep talking about how good-looking Yoonwoo is and how great of an actor he is." Shin says she's still absolutely... He's just the same, just as handsome and just as super. Then comes the explosive entry of the school's 4 superstars. Sunwoo, the same child actor, a top acting talent, and a little aloof. Shibu, Yoonboo's best friend, cool and confident. Minsu, a stylish influencer with 200,000 followers. This is Ryan, Shin's boyfriend, and Hana's cousin. These 4 are the flower boys of this high school, the ones girls go crazy for. As they leave, they stop when they see Hannah. Hannah looks at Yoonwoo, and Yoonwoo looks at Hannah. Minsu asks, "Are you the same Hannah from Japan?" Hannah says hello to them. Minsu starts joking with Hannah, saying, "Today, we're not going to say hello simply, but dinosaur style." When Minsu jokes, Ryan says, "Can't you just be normal?" Minsu says, "I like it that way." When Minsu jokes, Hannah greets him in the same style. Yoonwoo stares at him. Everyone tells Hannah that it was nice to meet her and tells her to meet later. Yoonwoo looks at Hannah and then turns around. Hannah looks at him and leaves. A little while later, Hannah takes a photo of the campus and posts it, saying, "My new campus." Then, while taking a photo of herself with her toy, she says, "My new uniform." But she turns around when she sees someone sitting behind her. She realizes it's Yoonboo sitting there. Yoonwoo doesn't say anything to Hana. Hana approaches him and says, "I'm your fan. I still have the keychain you used for that keychain in the movie. He says, all fans come and say that, but why do you need to collect that outfit? When Hana looks at him confused, he leaves without saying anything. And then Hana does too. In the next scene, Hana arrives at school with her cousin. When Minsu arrives, Hana greets him in his own style. He is delighted to see this and tells Hana that he's thirsty. Run asks Minsu, why do you call her Hana-proof? Minsu explains, I've been observing her for a week. I feel like whenever I need something, Hana has it. She has everything in her bag. That's why I call her Hana-proof. When Hana gives him a water bottle, Minsu thanks her in Japanese. The three laugh and go to school. He then shows Yunwoo that fans have sent him many gifts. He picks up a box and takes it to class. When he arrives at class, he sees Siwoo leaving. Siwoo explains that he has to go for a voluntary task. Shinwoo gives him a packet. After Shinwoo leaves, he gives one to each of the other boys. He then shows Shin, who is still studying. Hana comes up to him and asks, why do you keep reading the same book over and over again? Shin explains that even the kings of the past used to read a book 100 times, and each time it seemed different to them. I'm doing the same thing. Hana calls him a genius and says, I want to read this book too, and goes to the library to get it. Hana comes to the library and starts looking for the same book. Upon finding the book, Hana stands there and starts reading. He shows Shinwoo, who is on duty in the library today, arranging books. He sees Hana there. Shinwoo smiles at her. Hana notices it too. Shinwoo approaches Hana and says there's a magic trick in the library. What would you like to see? When Hana says yes, Shinwoo gives her a book and tells her to open it to page 111. When Hana opens the page, Shinwoo tells her to close her eyes. When Hana closes her eyes, he places a gift inside the book. Upon opening her eyes, Hana is surprised to see the gift, wondering if it really came from this book. When Shinwoo says yes, she asks if other things can come from book, like apple pie or pizza. Shinwoo finds another book and goes back to her. He tells her to do the same, turn to page 11 and close her eyes. However, when she closes her eyes and says, pizza, Shinwoo laughs at her, saying, pizza won't come that way. They both laugh together. The combined acting and management class continues. The teacher assigns them a project involving a manager and 2 actors. This project will be submitted in teams. The teacher announces the members of Team 1, which includes Ryan, Minsu, and Shin. Minsu says that Shin will kill her by making her work, and the teacher similarly announces the remaining team members. The final team consists of Hana, Yunwoo, and Shinwoo. Shinwoo smiles. Looking at Hana, Yunwoo says, you came from a normal school. I don't think you're good for anything. The teacher asks Yuno, what happened? If Hana is unwell, you'll have to help her. Yuno doesn't say anything. The teacher asks Shin to help Hana. She agrees. A little while later, Hana is shown asking Shin for help. Shin says, I can't help you much because it's a team project. Hana worries that Yunwoo is the top student in her class. How will she be able to do the team project with him? Seeing Hana tense, Minsu suggests that they have a basketball match between the leaders. Yunwoo says, it's really cold outside. Are you crazy? Minsu says, it's a different matter if you're scared. Yunwoo says, I'm not scared, and if you lose, you'll make everyone lunch today. Shuwoo asks Hana to watch the basketball match. Hana says, okay, and says, I'll be your manager. Shin smiles. A little while later, Hana asks Shin to come with her to the basketball match. Shin finishes making bananas, saying she needs to study, and tells Hana to enjoy herself. He shows the boys to the basketball court. The girls go crazy watching them and start taking photos. Hana chairs Yunwoo and Shin. He says, Hana, this is wrong. Why aren't you chairing me? Why are you only chairing your team? When Hana doesn't say anything, Yoonho comes over and says, cheer for them too. What difference does it make? We'll win. Hana chairs for them too. The match begins. The boys play well. But, as Yunwoo said, Shinwoo and Yunwoo win basketball matches. Now Mansu needs to be treated. With that, Yoonho picks up his jacket and leaves. Hana goes to the boys, gives them handkerchiefs, and watches Yunwoo leave. A short while later, the 4 are shown walking away. Hana asks, where are we going? Shinwoo explains, we're going to our secret place, our drama club. He shows Yunwoo to the locker room. He changes, but after some thought, he turns back and takes a ball from his locker, which contains the same key he used in the movie. He takes the ball with him. Run goes in first and sees Shin decorating the place, which she's using as Hana's welcome clay. Run stops everyone else and helps Shin. Shinwoo doesn't let Hana look inside. She tries hard but can't see anything. When they're ready, Ryan tells everyone to come inside. Shinwoo and Minsu all enter. Hana is happy to see her welcome. Just then, Yuwoo is shown coming from behind. Yunwoo sees Hana and asks, "Why is she standing in the way?" and pushes her inside. Then everyone welcomes Hana with party papers. Everyone is shocked to see Yunwoo asking, "Why did you come in?" Shin asks, "Are you fond of being in the limelight?" Yunwoo replies, "I don't know what's going on here." Shin asks Ryan, "Didn't you tell him?" Run says, "He already went home and he's not interested in all this anyway." Misu says, "We wanted to capture Halana Proof's reaction, not yours." Yunwoo says, "That's very wrong." Hana, overjoyed, thanks them and says, "I really enjoyed it. This is the first time in my life someone has done this for me." Minsu says, "For the first time, I really thought you were a popular student in school." Hana doesn't say anything and grabs her rabbit. Yunwoo continues to watch her. Seobu, seeing Hana, asks everyone to clap. Hana is delighted when everyone claps. Minsu tells Suhana that she's crying and starts recording a video of her, saying that she looks pretty even while crying. After snacks, everyone continues to chat. Siwoo asks Hana what her favorite Korean food is. Hana names several dishes. When asked about her favorite Korean movie, Hana mentions Yunwoo's movie. Hearing this, everyone looks at Yunwoo. Yunwoo sits up stylishly and says, "I am so amazing." Minsu starts imitating Yunwoo, saying, "I am so amazing." Everyone starts laughing. Minsu winks when Yunwoo sees him. Everyone then starts playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. The loser gets to clean. Yunwoo and Minsu win the first round. In the second round, Shun and Ryan compete. And finally, Siwoo and Hana compete. Yunwoo sees them and asks, "What are you two doing? Why don't you clean together?" Shun says, "Okay," and takes out a plastic bag from her bag. Everyone is shocked. Musu asks, "Do you have this in your bag?" After cleaning, the two go out to put the trash away. Yunwoo watches them go and takes out the same baseball from his pocket. Hana is with Siwoo, and after seeing the view, she calls him pretty. Siwoo asks Hana, "Why are you coming to our school? Are you so inspired by celebrity managers?" Hana says, "Managers are very close to actors. My friend wants to become an actress, so I want to be her manager and always be there for her." Siwoo says, "I too got caught up in acting because of Yunwoo." Hana, noticing Siwoo's shoelaces are untied, starts tying them. Siwoo keeps looking at Hana. Hana smiles and says, "I'll take care of you. You're my actor after all." Siwoo smiles back at her. On the way home, Hana asks Shin about his studies. Shin says, "I made up the excuse of studying to welcome you." Ryan calls Shin princess and asks her to leave. Musu says, "This one looks more like a general than a princess." When Shin stares, Musu says goodbye to everyone and leaves. Run and Shin also say goodbye after she leaves. Yunwoo and Siwoo look around and look for Hana. They are shown at the bus stop. Hana takes out her diary and starts writing about them, including when they became friends and what you don't like to eat. He tells Hana, "Don't disturb me." Hana says, "I'm your manager. You have to tell me everything about yourself." Siwoo says, "We've been friends for 10 years, and that Yeonwoo doesn't like cucumber at all." Hana writes in her diary that Yeonwoo can't eat cucumber. Yeonwoo says, "I can eat it, but I don't like it." But Hana ignores her words and questions him about his blood type. When Shinwoo tells him, Yeonwoo says, "Now you're going to ask for our autographs too." Hana moves closer to Yeonwoo and says, "That's exactly what I was going to ask." Yeonwoo looks at her. Hana asks, "Are you allergic to anything?" Seowoo says, "Neither of us are." Hana says, "You're behaving exactly like a married couple. They've been together for years and live together." Shuwoo says that Yunwoo doesn't wake up even after 10 alarms have gone off. An argument ensues between the two. Seeing this, Hana says, "You guys are really a married couple." Run and Shin are shown going home. Run thanks Shin for being friends with Hana and asks him to walk her to the door. Shin refuses, saying, "If my mom sees it, it'll be a mess." Run says goodbye and leaves. Ryan goes to wash his clothes and, noticing Shinwoo's shoes smell, asks him to wash them too. But Shinwoo refuses, saying, "I'll do it myself." When Yunwoo leaves, Vi smiles at the shoes and leaves them there. The next day, in class, the teacher assigns a new project, social media reels. Each team has to shoot a reel and upload it to their group account. Just like other idols, the team with the most likes and followers at the end of the month will be declared the winner. Each team has to upload 2 videos a week. The other girls keep talking about how hard work is. Shin has all the work anyway. Hanai doesn't understand. So the teacher comes to her and explains it thoroughly. The manager has to promote his actors through reels, and then tells Shin to meet her at the office and leaves. When Shin arrives at the office, the teacher asks her about the monthly fee. Shin says, "Mom must have forgotten. I'll remind her. She comes out and texts her mother. It seems that the relationship between Shin and her mother is not good. When Shin returns to class, Hanai asks, "How can I do everything?" "I'd better go back to Pan." Shin tells her not to stress too much. A selfie of Yoonwoo and Shinwoo can give you a lot of life. She says, "I know, but I want to do something better for them both." Shin asks, "Why don't you study for that?" Hannah happily thanks Shun and heads off to the library. Shin smiles at her. In the library, Hannah studies short video editing and marketing. She keeps noting down points about social media and short videos, but even after all that studying, she doesn't understand anything. A little while later, while returning to class, Hannah is stopped by some girls. They ask, "You're Yoonwoo's manager, right?" Hannah replies, "I'm the leader of Yoonwoo's fangirls. I want to be his girlfriend." Hannah wishes her good luck. The girls say, "Yoonwoo's manager has to work for us every time. We need casual photos of Yoonwoo, which you'll bring. If you don't listen to us or tell Yoonwoo about this, you're gone." Hannah doesn't say anything after seeing them. A little while later, they show Hannah to drama club. Yoonwoo comes and asks about Shinwoo. Hannah says he hasn't arrived yet. Yoonwoo sits there. Hannah keeps looking at him and turns away when Yoonwoo looks at her. Looking at Hannah, Yoonwoo says, "I'm so handsome, right?" Hannah nods and sits next to Yoonwoo and asks for a selfie, saying, "I want to send it to my friend." Yoonwoo leans closer and asks, "Which friend?" Hannah tries to lie, saying, "I want to send it to my Japanese friend." But Yoonwoo refuses. Hannah says, "I'm just asking for a selfie. Can't you just help me with this?" Yoonwoo looks to the side and sees the three girls. Yoonwoo sees Hannah and understands what's going on. When Shinwoo comes in, he tells them to continue and leaves. Shinwoo asks, "What happened?" But Hannah doesn't know anything either. Yoonwoo is shown on the rooftop where the three girls are. The girls are shocked to see Yoonwoo. Yoonwoo approaches the girl and says, "You couldn't handle Shin, so now you're targeting my new manager." A flashback shows that the three girls had asked Shin to do the same thing, but Shin didn't fall for them and complained about them to school. Yoon takes the phone from the girl's hand, takes a selfie with her and says, "Now you should be happy. Don't tease Hannah. This is your last warning." He then leaves after looking at the three girls. The three girls look at Yoonwoo's selfie and start yelling at him, calling him handsome. Yoonwoo tells them not to yell at him like that again. They all say no. As Yoonwoo leaves, the girl starts yelling, "We need more warnings like this because you're so handsome." Shinwoo and Hannah are shown taking selfies together. Yoonwoo becomes jealous of them. They are so busy taking selfies that they don't even notice Yoonwoo's arrival. When Yoonwoo coughs, Shinwoo says, "We were waiting for you." Yoonwoo replies, "What wait? It doesn't look like that," and sits down. Shin asks Hannah to start the meeting. Hannah says, "We need to make the videos interesting to get more likes." He asks, "What are you planning on doing?" Jin says, "We can also make funny videos." He says, "I won't make funny content." Hannah gets angry, asking, "When did I tell you to do this?" Jin looks at Hannah in shock. Hannah says, "You two are so handsome, so I'll make short videos with you two." But the problem is that they don't have a concept for making a short video. The three of them are at a loss. Seeing this, Shinwoo tells them to go out and enjoy themselves. They film the three of them enjoying themselves. Shinwoo shows Hannah different places that she really likes. They enjoy themselves together, while Yoonwoo watches them. They also take photos together. Shinwoo even brings Hannah to the lock bridge, where they lock it together. But Shinwoo doesn't seem happy to see them together, and as he leaves, he looks at the lock, which also has Hannah and Shayu written on it. Then, Hannah turns on her camera, saying to Shanyo, "You look so handsome. Why don't we shoot a practice video?" Shu agrees. Just then, Kuno says, "I'm hungry," and asks them to go and eat cutlets. Hannah smiles after watching the video as she gets the idea. The next day when she comes to school, Shin doesn't talk to Hae. A little while later, Shin is seen in the bathroom. She tells the fan leader that she likes Hannah's videos, but she's busy making memories with boys, drawing you flowers, and you think she's doing all this for you. I've even seen her at the club with Yoonwoo many times. Hearing this, the fan leader leaves angrily. They show Hannah drawing something in the club. Yoonwoo sees her and asks, "Did you have a fight with Shin?" Hannah says, "No, we haven't. We're just giving each other time." Yoonwoo smiles and tries to calm her down and asks her to choose between her two hands. Hannah chooses her right hand. When her hands are free, Yoonwoo takes the ball in his right hand and says, "You made the right choice." When Hannah looks at him, he gives it to her. Hannah is delighted and says, "From now on, this will be my lucky charm." Yoonwoo smiles at Hannah, Seeing Hana happy, he says goodbye and leaves. Hana takes the ball out of the bowl and plants it in her kitchen and happily leaves. Just then, Fan Li scares her and takes her to the rooftop. Hana asks, "What's wrong?" The leader lashes out at Hana, saying, "You're seducing boys under the guise of an assignment." She tells her to stay away from Yunwoo, saying, "He's mine." When Hana doesn't say anything, she takes his rabbit and throws it away. Seeing this, Hana becomes enraged and says, "You didn't do the right thing. As for Yunwoo, become a good person before becoming his girlfriend. Suju is too important to me. Get out of here before I count to 5. When Hana starts counting, the fan leader runs away in fear. She comes out and tells them that she's really a gangster's daughter. Gino runs away in fear. They show Yunwoo on the rooftop. He's seen everything. He smiles and tells Hana he's interesting. Next, Hana waits for Yunwoo at the park. Then, they show Yunwoo arriving. Everyone sees him, calling him handsome, and starts clicking his photos. Hana gives him marks and tells him to hide his face. They continue walking. Hana suggests eating noodles and taking a boat ride, but Yunwoo refuses, saying they'll have a picnic today. Hana says, "But I haven't made any preparations for the picnic." Yunwoo covers Hana's eyes with marks and takes her with him. Yunwoo and Shinwoo had already made all the preparations for the picnic. Seeing this, Hana is overjoyed and starts making reels with them. The first turn is Shinwoo, who behaves like a sweet boyfriend, while Lanwoo, on the other hand, plays games like a cold and aloof boyfriend and takes care of Hana. Hana gets very excited while recording them. The three of them are shown enjoying themselves. A little while later, Hana is shown making noodles. Just then, Yunwoo comes and tells her to cover herself with a towel and makes the noodles himself. Hana smiles and says thank you. Seeing Hana, Yunwoo says, "You're a manager, right? Why are you acting?" Hana doesn't say anything. A flashback is shown where Yunwoo used to notice Hana all the time. Her strange behavior made him increasingly curious about her. He was sitting on the rooftop, thinking about her, even when the girls brought him there. He wanted to help Hana, but then, seeing her other side, he stopped. In the present, Yunwoo tells Hana, There's no need to act. You don't even need to fake a smile for others. Be who you really are." He leaves. The two continue to argue about chopsticks because they both forgot to bring them. Hana says she must have chopsticks in her bag and takes them out. Shungu tells Hana to quit, looking at them and asking if she's talking about the bag, and he seems jealous. Hana also sees them. The next day at school, she sees Shin and goes to talk to him. But Shin rudely tells her, "Don't you understand? I don't want to talk to you." Ryan tries to reason with Shin, but she still tells him to stay away from her and leaves angrily. Hana becomes sad. In the third week, Hana is still at the top. In class, the teacher calls Hana over and tells everyone that Hana has been at the top for the past 3 weeks. This has increased Yunwoo and Shinwoo's global fan base. Hana thanks everyone and asks them to keep working hard, and then looks at Shin, who doesn't even clap for her. When the teacher ends the class, Shin also leaves. She looks sad. Jun approaches Run and asks if things haven't worked out between them yet. When Run refuses, Jun tells Yunwoo, "You're too strong. I'd never dare date Shin." Misu says, "Don't even mention Shin's name. My head starts hurting." Run tells him not to. Shinwoo tells Hana to shoot a reel of their basketball game and takes Minsu with him. Confused, Yunwoo watches as the boys play basketball and Hana shoots a video of them. Just then, Hana is nearly hit by the ball, but Yunwoo stops the ball and saves Hana. Hana's heart starts beating faster when she sees Yunwoo, so she makes an excuse and leaves. The boys return to playing the game. The three girls keep talking about Yunwoo's knowledge of Hana and begin collecting information about her. Even at home, Hana keeps thinking about Yunwoo. On the way home, the three continue talking about their new video. Just then, a trooper arrives, nearly injuring Hana, but Yunwoo pushes him aside. Hana starts filming them getting ready. Just then, Hana receives a message asking if she knows Sujo. Hana is shocked to read it and starts to hold her rabbit. Seeing this, Yunwoo asks if something happened. She refuses to sit down. In class, the same girl comes to Shin and sends him to meet the teacher, and when he leaves, she takes his phone. When Shin arrives, it's not the teacher, but the fan leader. She tells Shin that Hanai has committed a murder in Japan. The news was published in a Japanese newspaper, and I just posted it from your phone. Shin asks, "Why did you use my account?" Peter says, "You were the one who wanted to get her out of your way, right? I've done your job. Now you'll be back in first place. Shin angrily leaves. When Hanai returns to class, all the students are terrified. Hanai also sees the news and runs away when a student sees her. She comes out and looks at Shin and leaves. The four of them, seeing the news, run to the classroom to meet Hanai. Seeing Shin there, Yunwoo angrily approaches her. Shinwoo stops him and tells him to find Hana first. Yunwoo and Shinwoo continue searching for her, but despite their exhaustive search, they can't find her. Hana runs off somewhere. Suddenly, her rabbit falls out and falls unnoticed. While searching for Hana, Yunwoo finds her rabbit, and so does Hana. Seeing Hana, Yunwoo gives her rabbit. A flashback shows a scene from 8 months earlier. Seeing the same news in Japan, Hana becomes extremely sad and says it's not true, and continues crying, missing her friend Suzu. The next day, at school, they meet Suzu's friend and ask, "Do you know what happened? Her mom isn't even taking my calls." But the girl speaks rudely to her and leaves. Even as she leaves, Hana continues filming Shinwoo. Shinwoo tells her to walk carefully. When Hana falls, Shinwoo catches her and takes her phone, telling her to be careful. At the restaurant, Hana starts filming Yunwoo eating. He tells her to stop and eat, but Hana refuses and continues filming. Seeing this, Yunwoo feeds her with his own hands. Hana smiles at her. Shin also sees them. After a while, he shows everyone eating ice cream. Hana says, "I get the idea. We'll just make videos of ourselves having fun and eating." He asks, "Will that be enough?" Hana explains, "I never appear in the videos, and it will make viewers think they're with you. In short, they'll feel like they're dating two handsome guys." Shinwoo calls Hana a genius and praises her idea. However, Yunwoo doesn't like it. Hana decides to try it out by uploading a video. Next, Hana starts uploading videos of both of them. She names Shinwoo as Kind Boyfriend and Yunwoo as Alok Boyfriend. These videos instantly garner a ton of likes because girls love them so much. They're absolutely boyfriend material. Girls everywhere watch their videos and call them incredibly handsome. Their videos keep trending. Because of these videos, people have even learned their names. Hana running. She comes to tell Yunwoo about this, but seeing Yunwoo sleeping, she doesn't say anything. Just then, Shinwoo arrives. Hana bumps into him on her way out, and upon seeing Shinwoo, she tells him that they're getting likes from Thailand, Indonesia, America, and many other countries. Hearing Hana's voice, Yunwoo gets up and looks at them. Shinwoo says good work to Hana. Yunwoo becomes jealous seeing them so close. Seeing them talking, Yunwoo lies back down at the table. Shinwoo asks Hana if she's had breakfast, and when she says no, he takes her to the canteen. After they leave, Yunwoo gets up and watches them leave. Yunwoo had already bought snacks for Hana, along with a note, but he couldn't give it to Hana, so he drinks it himself. In the bathroom, two girls are chatting about how they saw Hana's post. It made it seem like they were with Yunwoo and dating him. Shin overhears all this. Shin gets jealous of Hana's praise. After the two girls leave, Shin comes out and watches the same video of Hana that has received so many likes. Seeing Shin leave, Hana approaches him. Hana angrily pushes his hand away. Hana asks if something's wrong, but she doesn't speak to Hana properly and goes to sit in the classroom. When Hana offers her candy, Shin asks her about the short videos. Hana says, "Did you like them? I didn't think my idea would work so well. I uploaded their memories instead of their selfies and people are liking them so much." Shin says, "I'm working so hard on the project, and you're busy making memories with the boys," and sits down with earphones on. Seeing this, Hana becomes sad. They show Run and Minsu practicing their dance. They're both exhausted from practicing, but as they take a break, Shin comes over and asks, "Why aren't you practicing?" Minsu says, "We just took a break. We've been practicing for a long time." They show the three girls on a rooftop. They're also watching Yunwoo's video. Then, the leader, thinking about something, asks them to call Hana. They both say okay and leave. A little while later, she brings Hana with her to the rooftop. When the leader behaves strangely, Hana says, "I haven't gotten a selfie of Yunwoo yet." She says, "Forget about the selfie. I have another job for you." She excitedly praises his reels, saying they make us feel like we're dating Yunwoo and asks him to make more like them. The leader says, "I've written down a lot of fan requests. Why don't you go to Handover and have a picnic or play a game with Yunwoo? We all want to see those videos." Hana says, "I'll think about it and let you know." She asks him about Yunwoo's selfie. The leader says, "Yunwoo came to us 10 minutes after you left and warned us to stop taking selfies and focus on making reels." Hana says, "Okay," and leaves. Hana keeps thinking about Yunwoo as she leaves. "I'm his manager. I can't love him." A little while later, The teacher is shown posting the first week's results on the notice board. Looking at Hannah, she says, "You performed very well this week. You left everyone behind in a single day." And she wishes her good luck in the future and leaves. There's a competition going on between Shin and Hana. Hana is in first place. The other girls say Shin will be first, but she's shocked to see the results and says, "What's the matter?" This time, Shin has come in second. Shin looks angry after seeing the result. The girls ask, "How does it feel to be in second place?" Shin says, "I'll come in first again." When Hana confronts her, she leaves on her own and tells Hana that she doesn't make friends with anyone. That's just how she is. "Don't worry and join us. Shin was only with you because you're Run's cousin." Shin keeps scolding them both because she came in second place, saying they're working so hard and she's just making videos of them, yet she still came in first place. When Missy explains, she calls them useless and leaves angrily. Both of them are in a bad mood. A little while later, Hana is seen sitting at the bus stop. Run comes and explains to her that Shin is too serious about her grades, but Hana says, "I really consider her a friend." Ryan reassures her that everything will be fine. "I'm with you." After an argument, Yunwoo leaves. A short while later, the entire team is shown leaving for the workshop. Seeing Hana, Shinwoo calls her cute. Yunwoo asks, "Who are you calling cute?" The two begin to argue again. Yunwoo asks, "Who are you with?" "Will you sit?" Hana says with Shin. But seeing them both, Yunwoo says that won't be possible. Hana then says that the three of them will sit together. The two continue to argue like this on the bus. Hana comes and sits next to them saying, "I'm feeling sleepy, so we can talk later." A little while later, when Hana falls asleep, Shinwoo puts her head on his shoulder. Just then, Winwoo wakes up. Seeing Hana asleep, he writes his name on her hand and smiles, resting her head on his shoulder. Everyone returns to the workshop area. Upon leaving, Hana sees Yunwoo's name on her hand and starts washing it, but it doesn't get clean. A little while later, Shin and Hana come into the room to get Yunwoo and Shinwoo ready. Yunwoo refuses. He shows Hana getting Shinwoo ready. Seeing Yunwoo's name written on Hana's hand, Shinwoo covers it with concealer. Upon arriving at the workshop, all the students find the director sleeping there and wake him up. Seeing Nu there, the director looks at Nu's script, calls him amazing, and encourages everyone to act well. He says only 10 teams will go to the top 10 auditions and asks the manager to prepare their actors. Everyone continues practicing. When Shinwoo doesn't speak his lines well, Yunwoo tries to explain. However, Shin doesn't like his words and leaves angrily. A little while later, Shinwoo is seen practicing outside. The director comes and explains to Shinwoo. When Shobu returns, everyone starts playing a game of truth or dare. Whoever doesn't answer will have to drink. After Means and Hana, it's Yoon's turn. He asks 1W, "Do you like Hana?" Yunwoo doesn't answer. When it's Shin's turn, she asks him if he likes Hana. He doesn't answer either. When it's Shinwoo's turn, he asks Hana who she likes from the Boyfriend series. When Hana mentions Yunwoo, he smiles. Then, looking at Shinwoo, Hana also mentions his name and says, "I'm the manager of both of you, so I'll choose both of you." Yunwoo gets angry. Shin and Hana are shown walking outside. Shin asks Hana if she likes anyone, but Hana refuses to tell him, saying it's a secret. In the morning, the teacher tells everyone that each team must play 5 rounds. The first place winner will receive an extra 5 points. All the actors have to run, while the manager stands guard. Yunwoo and Shinwoo are in front. Shin asks him, "How long have you liked Hana?" Shinwoo recalls the shoelace scene and asks Yunwoo that Yunwoo fell in love with Hana the first time he saw her. Seeing Shinwoo and Hana's names on the lock bridge, he wrote his name there along with Hana's. The rounds are over, but an argument ensues between the two. Hana comes to explain things to them, and the workshop results are announced. This time, Shin's team, not Hana's, takes first place. Upon returning from the workshop, Shin asks Hana to be his girlfriend. When Hana responds, Shinwoo tells her to think before answering. Yunwoo listens in on their conversation. A little while later, they see everyone at the club. Seeing Hana, Yunwoo messages her and asks her out on a date. Hana is shocked. At home, Yunwoo watches TV. Just then, when Hana sends a message, he gets ready and comes out. Shin is also there. The two don't seem happy to see each other. Yunwoo says, "I asked her out on a date." Going further, they find Shin and Yoon. Yunwoo says, "So, everyone is here." They show Hana and Minsu getting ready. Everyone else also arrives. Hana had planned a surprise for everyone. Hana pulls Shinwoo aside and hands him a letter saying, "This contains my answer." After Hana leaves, Shinwoo reads the letter. It says, "I'm so happy to be your manager and fan," and she thanks him for liking it. She shows everyone the moments they spent together, which she and Minsu recorded. Hana tells everyone that she's going back next week because her friend Suju is feeling better. Misu asks, "Won't you come back?" Hana refuses, thanking everyone for treating her so well. Just then, it starts raining. Everyone starts picking up their things, but Yunwoo takes Hana and runs away. When Hana feels cold, he puts his jacket on her and asks, "Will you be my exclusive manager? Because I always want to be with you. You're very important to me." When Yunwoo gets close to Hana, Hana thinks he's about to kiss her, but Yunwoo takes a key from her keychain and puts it on her, saying, "Being with you makes everything seem romantic." Hana smiles. The scene from some time later is shown. Everyone is sitting at the club. Yunwoo looks at Hana's photo, calls her pretty, and asks everyone if they should go to Japan. Everyone gets ready to go, and with this scene, our drama ends.